All right. So, hi, I'm Ryan, and this is my screen share of my final project or my course project for EST 106. Before we get started, I want to say thank you so much for this course. Going into this year, this junior year of mine, I knew that one of the most important aspects of professional, journalism that I needed to get into was an online presence, professional online presence, I should say, because I didn't really have one. And so I was scouring for courses that I needed to take for my SBCs. And this course not only fit my SBC requirement, but it also gave me a lot of tools that I needed to have. I figured out how to make a LinkedIn, which was something I've been putting off for ages. I made a professional Twitter account that I am now using. I put together a portfolio, which is the longest thing I had overdue. So thank you so much for that, and let's get started. So first thing, let me go to my homepage. This is my portfolio. This is what you will see if you go to the link. As you can see here, I have my welcome page where you get a little bit of insight about me. I go over what each of the links will do. I have the pictures there of me. Let's get started with my interests. As you can see, these are the things that I've done at Stony Brook, before Stony Brook. Sailing, I love to do it, been doing it since I was a kid. Studying abroad, I've always believed that the most important things that we can do is travel and learn from the world. On the right is a picture of me in Ireland between my freshman and sophomore year. And on the right was I between my sophomore and junior year when I went to Ecuador. Again, I am the man I am today because I went on these trips. Alternative spring break outreach, much like traveling, you learn a lot from your own backyard. And so with this organization, I really learned how to make a difference. And again, continuing on that path, honor flight I did before I came to Stony Brook, helping Vietnam, Korea, and World War II veterans go down to DC to see their monuments. Again, all of these have helped me really become who I am today. And lastly, Phi Alpha Delta pre-law fraternity. Again, everybody needs a fallback option. And so like my parents, I might go into law one day. So being a member of the pre-law fraternity was very, very important. Let's go into some of my professional highlights here. I start with my statesman work because it was the real first time I'd ever been a part of, any sort of journalism. It was recommended to me by a now senior, Brianna Lita, who I credit with everything. She's one of the best. I did mostly the lacrosse articles as I played when I was a kid. And that led me to the Long Island Lacrosse Journal internship, where I got to cover professional lacrosse and high school lacrosse, which was absolutely great. Big Blue View. This is my most recent and my favorite internship, where I get to cover the Giants. And it's one of my, again, it's a dream come true for me. I've been reading this website since I was a 14-year-old kid who was only just realizing that journalism was what he wanted to do. So getting to work there now has been one of my crowning achievements. I also have a link here to my resume, which you can see here. I updated this yesterday for scholarships applications. And in my additional info section, I have my Twitter and LinkedIn, which we'll go over in a second. And finally, I wanted to bring it all together with my bio, where I talk about an accident I sustained when I was 16. It is the driving force in my life because I learned in a near fatal boating accident that not every day is guaranteed. It is the drive that I have inside of me to become, great in whatever I choose to do. So next, I want to go to my professional Twitter. It still has ways to go, but I feel like when I gain more than 2 followers, one of which being my other Twitter account and the other being the Statesman's Twitter account, that I'll really be able to do a lot with this. As you can see, I posted about my mock drafts that's coming out. I retweet my articles here. This is really the most important thing for me because journalism happens on Twitter. So that's great. And here is my LinkedIn. Again, it needs work, but I really connected with some interesting people and I've messaged people. I have some messages I have to get to back. But again, thank you so much for this course. This has really taught me so much about how to be a presence online. And again, as someone who knew that that was a weakness he needed to address, this course has helped me do that in spades. So truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Have a great rest of the year.